In the wild, the loudest alarm is often absolute silence. No warning rattle, no rustling grass, just a complete void. In a fraction of a heartbeat, the tables can turn, transforming a predator into a meal with ruthless efficiency. It isn't messy, it's surgical. You are about to watch two apex killers cross paths in a corridor too narrow for both to survive. Hidden within the dense foliage, a large cobra advances with icy deliberation. Its focus is singular, dominate the head to dictate the fight. Ahead, a rival detects the intrusion, a split second too late. There's no theatrical pursuit here, just a sudden freeze, a coil loading up with kinetic energy, and an instant shift in the air pressure. The atmosphere thickens as if the forest itself has stopped to watch. These serpents don't brawl out of fury, they duel with geometry. Every motion is a calculated risk, every gap in distance analyzed. Venom is a precious resource never squandered. A strike is only launched when it promises a decisive end to the conflict. Out here, a whiffed strike isn't just an error, it's a fatal opening. As the reptiles close the gap, their silhouettes merge, creating a deadly proximity, where retreating means exposing the skull to a lethal bite. The first lunge is a blur faster than conscious thought. Fangs bare in a bid for supremacy, not rage. The defender reacts on pure reflex, jerking its neck back just enough to let the jaws snap on empty air. For a heartbeat, they freeze in a stalemate, muscles taut energy, vibrating, waiting for the opponent to blink. This isn't about an empty stomach. This is the rawest form of existence. In a duel like this, toxicity is just one variable. It comes down to veteran instinct and split-second timing. The discipline to remain motionless while every survival circuit screams "run" is often the deciding factor. Panic kills more snakes than venom does. The combatant that maintains its composure usually slithers away. The other becomes dinner. Tension ratchets up, turning the dirt into an arena defined by ancient genetic programming. There are no villains or saviors here. Just the cold, hard fact that hesitation is the precursor to death. To truly grasp the silent, high-stakes chess match of apex predators, keep watching. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment who blinks first in a stare-down between two killers. Once they enter striking range, the strategy evaporates. Only action remains. One cobra angles its body, shielding its neck, while the other winds up like a spring, priming a second assault that must connect. In this league, the first bite rarely concludes the match. It's the follow-through that determines who holds the territory and who loses the capacity to fight back. The silence shatters with a wet snap. Contact. Fangs rake across scales, injecting a payload of chemistry that tips the scales. The victim flinches, not in fear, but in physical shock. Neurotoxins get to work immediately, severing the lines of communication between brain and muscle. Speed fades, reactions dull. Time is now the aggressor's ally. Desperation fuels a violent counterattack. The bitten snake thrashes, trying to pin the aggressor's head. It's a frantic gambit. If it can secure a hold, the venom doesn't matter. Physical dominance trumps chemical warfare. They collide, a knot of scales and muscle, each striving to grind the other's face into the dust. The earth gets torn up as pure muscle fibers strain against each other in a contest of stamina that pushes biology to the breaking point. While not born constrictors, survival instinct mimics the technique. The goal isn't to crush bones, but to shackle the opponent, cutting off angles for a retaliation. The victor presses the advantage, suffocating the space, knowing that distance is the only shield the dying snake has left. One slip-up could reset the board. The toxin's creeping paralysis becomes undeniable. The victim's counterstrikes grow sloppy. Its grip slips by mere millimeters, invisible to us perhaps, but a billboard of vulnerability to a rival. The dominant cobra reads this degradation instantly. Predators don't do pity. They see weakness and drive the wedge deeper. This is the endgame. It doesn't finish with a cinematic explosion, but with the grim realization that the machinery of the body is shutting down. In the bush, consciousness often outlasts mobility. That paralysis is the window where the winner seals the deal. If your heart is racing, watching this standoff, keep your eyes glued to the screen. Tap like, subscribe, for more unfiltered nature content. And let us know, can the underdog pull a miracle out of this nosedive? The wrestling match continues, but the momentum has shifted irrevocably. The aggressor moves with terrifying assurance, now keeping its profile low, head cocked for a killing blow. It doesn't rush. Survivors know that rushing leads to mistakes. It waits, letting the poison dismantle the enemy from the inside out. The losing snake attempts to rally, hoisting its head to find an angle. But the wiring is faulty. Muscles that should snap into action merely twitch and tremble. The ground is no longer a platform, it's quicksand. This is the brutal efficacy of neurotoxins, systematic shutdown order by order until the lights go out. Sensing the collapse, the winner makes its move. It strikes decisively, clamping onto the back of the skull, the blind spot, where the victim can't bite back. This is the checkmate. With the head pinned, the war is over. The loser's body might still thrash, but it's just firing random signals now. It's biological noise signifying nothing. What happens next is strictly procedural. The victor adjusts its jaws not to kill but to align. It's about energy conservation. In the wild, calories are currency, and wasting them is bankruptcy. Every shift of the jaw is calculated for maximum efficiency. The struggle evaporates. The venom has done its job, absolute and final. The coils go slack, transforming a lethal hunter into dead weight. It's a jarring reminder of nature's hierarchy. Status means nothing when your reflexes fail. You are either the eater or the eaten. These battles usually happen in the shadows, leaving no trace but a disturbed patch of dirt. But the takeaway is stark. Among venomous giants, victory belongs to the precise and the patient, not just the strong. If this raw display of nature grabbed your attention, help us grow by liking and subscribing. Drop a comment. Are you surprised by the cannibalistic side of these reptiles? With the opponent neutralized, the vibe shifts from combat to logistics. The winner pauses. It's analyzing. Rushing in now could still trigger a reflexive bite, a costly mistake. A final prod confirms safety. No twitch, no trap. Only when the threat is confirmed 0 does the consumption phase commence. It begins the arduous task of maneuvering the carcass, nudging it until the snout faces the throat. Cannibalism isn't just a meal, it's a hazard. Even in death, a venomous snake is a loaded gun. Swallowing headfirst disarms the trap, folding the spines and scales backward for a smoother journey. The victor's jaw unhinges, stretching the impossible, moving with a grotesque grace. Rhythmic contractions ripple down the length of the survivor, pulling the meal into the dark. It's not eating, it's engulfing. Ribs flare, skin stretches, and the body literally transforms to house a creature of equal size. It's a one-way ticket. This feast reveals a double-edged sword. Winning brings food, but the fullness makes the victor sluggish and heavy, a sitting duck for other predators. Yet a meal this size buys weeks of survival. In a game of inches, that's a gamble worth taking. The forest carries on, unimpressed. Ants march. Wind blows. The violent drama that just concluded is already forgotten by the ecosystem. Nature doesn't mourn. It just moves forward. You've just watched the brutal truth of the food chain. If you value this kind of access, support the channel, like, subscribe, and tell us. Would you take the risk of eating something that could kill you? As the dust settles, the message is clear. Danger isn't always a roaring beast. Sometimes it looks exactly like you, moves like you, and hunts like you. The cobra slithering away today isn't just stronger. It was sharper, calmer, and ready to strike the moment the window opened. Clashes this violent serve as a cold reminder that the wilderness creates no safe spaces. Even an apex killer can end up dead in the dirt if they miscalculate by a fraction of a second. A lethal dose of venom is not a golden ticket to victory, and past triumphs mean nothing when death comes knocking. It is pure awareness and perfect timing that determine who slithers away. Often, the silent shadow you never saw coming is the one that delivers the final blow, striking only when escape is impossible. While human eyes seldom catch these fleeting duels, they are the bloody gears that keep nature's balance turning. Every near miss and fatal bite sculpts the instincts of those lucky enough to see another sunrise. Ruling the wild isn't just about brute force. It requires evolution, patience, and the wisdom to recognize when to inject your venom and when to retreat into the darkness. If watching that intense finale kept you on the edge of your seat, go ahead and hit the like button to support the channel. Do not forget to subscribe so you never miss our next deep dive into the animal kingdom's deadliest fights, and let us know in the comments which venomous showdown you want to see us cover next.